Alright, what's going on, everybody? 10 minutes late tonight, son of a... By the way, if you're watching this in the playback, I posted an opening. There will likely be spoilers throughout this stream. If you care to watch that first, do so. So anyway, without further ado, let's get things started nice and quick, man. Let's get a tweet out. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Not Marvel Future Revolution. Marvel Champions. Damn you, Twitter. You know what game I play. Alright, anyway. Just Marvel Champions. Uh-oh. Don't look now, but it seems like the next season of Alliance Wars is bugged too. Feel free to send out is it season 28? hold on. What season are we in right now? We're in season 20, like season 27 just ended, right? Yeah, okay. Feel free to send out season 28's rewards. Also. I'll just leave it at that. Yes! No! Okay. Screw it. I'll have the 2 in there. I didn't want to say... This is why I didn't put it there originally. The 2 and the 2. Here. I'll change that. Next season of Alliance Wars is bugged also. Feel free to send that... Yeah, whatever, tweet. Who cares? Who... Is it being graded? Tipped is in the chat. What's up, Tipped? First thing I see when I look over at chat. Hey! No. Fair enough. I didn't get squat from the rewards anyway, man. Got a whole bunch of nothing, whole bunch of trash. Anyway, easy seeing it over $1.50 with a salt shaker. Stop. Thank you, dude. What? Why is that messed up? What? That didn't fix it. There we go. Okay. Man. Nice Mordo ×2. Yeah, it's great. I loved it. Hey, what's up, Dragon? Dragon. I saw what you posted. I didn't say anything about it, but I saw your poll. Back from vacation too? Alright. Well, what a way to come back. By the way, easy, I never actually read your message. Saying, I'm on a hot streak. That's 2 slaps in a row if you don't count the day stream. Which, that's basically an entirely different channel. Day streams on this channel, you know what I mean? So, I'll allow it. 2 in a row. Alright, anyway, let's go do some stuff, huh? Actually, I want to check something real quick. I assume I have some stuff expiring. But I assume these rewards have 30 days on them. Of which... they need to be claimed. But I want to just double check. Yeah, okay, we got 30 days. Alright. So, I'm totally gonna use these things in the Karina's challenges. They're team revives, which are not gonna help me a ton. A lot of the Karina's challenges are solo content, but hey, that's still 5 solo revives even, right? Where could I even use these anyway? I guess I could use one. Oh man, I was gonna do the Astral whatever, the Cosmic Champions versus 6.2.5 quest or challenge, and there I could probably use a team revive or 2. But like Star-Lord in Labyrinth, even the Saberman in Labyrinth, how much is that really gonna help? I'm just gonna want to go in with Saberman, right? But yeah, I think I am gonna try to use this stuff for that. So I might not wait the whole 30 days this time around. I might claim that stuff early. Anyway, Hashtag Beard Gang. Sup, EG? Hey, what's up, Cat Bay? Thanks for the raid, dude. Thanks for the raid, guys. ABG just got your I-Bomb as a 6-star from the War Rewards. Congrats. Gonna rank him up next level up event. All right, man. Well, that should be tomorrow. Right? Yeah. According to the rules of law, I'm pretty sure we're on hero use right now. Let's double check it. The law of law. Yep. So in about 5.5 hours from right now, level up event will be on. Ready for a Jubes grind? Tweet to see. Dragon, are you still grinding? Because I know, like I said, I saw a little something. Let's see what we got here. Remember how last year I had 18,000 for my 90 mil 5-star Aegon grind, and I pulled it from a basic crystal the day before the grind that I opened just in case? Yes. Well, it's the day before the Jubilee grind, and I had saved the Jubilation crystal from an earlier run, and well, I think you know where this is going. Time for a single balls to the wall arena grind starting tomorrow for her awakening. Lightning struck twice. Let's go. Dragon. Yeah, this is incredible, honestly. I was like scrolling through the chats, and I saw the guys. I'm like, what's happening? What's going on? And then I see this picture, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, Dragon, this is awesome. Congrats. That's so cool. What you should have done... no, I mean, you did the absolute correct thing in opening this crystal, but if you grinded first and then opened the crystal, that could have been a Sig 20. But no. This is just incredible that you got the champion at all. What are the odds? It's 0.3%, right? 0.3%. Insane. Dude, my 6-star rocket. Hey, we're silver star rocket bros. I know that feel. Let's just go hit the arena. Thoughts on Kabam? Stupid replacement of the summer calendar. You know, I didn't take a super close look at it. I think it's fine. To be honest, I'm not really a fan of just like, hey, here's a bunch of freebies. I'll joke around about it like I did in tonight's tweet. But I don't actually want to be handed anything for free, which is the whole reason behind my account rules being what they are, that like I don't want, you know, like I never allowed anyone to send me anything, no revives when I was clearing Labyrinth and stuff like that, right? So even though it's small, I actually like that they have to do something. You're probably referring to the fact that part of it is paid now, and it is a little bit lame, but it doesn't bother me too much. I'd say the lame part is just that everything is turned into a battle pass in all of gaming. And now Kabam has also adopted it as well. So, I mean, it had to happen at some point, right? Hey, we knew you were a huge fan of the calendar and all the freebies that came with it, but how about instead of if we gave you everything for free, we sell you some of it. Here you go. But honestly, it doesn't bother me. I'll just kind of joke around about it a little bit. The fact that you get so much for free anyway, it's kind of hard to complain. And the fact that we've gotten, what's it called? The other thing I don't like I brought this up yesterday, I hate this part. The layout of the calendar was really nice, where you just got to see everything without having to scroll endlessly for 10 years to get to the bottom of it. What is all this stuff? Ascendant Crystal. Is this just a Grandmaster Crystal? It is. Where's like the... Yeah, man, some units. What is this thing? Special daily objective. Unlock the Summer Shards solo objective. In the Summer Event tab to earn Crystal Shards daily. Okay. Wait. Points for completing a Fun in the Sun solo objective. it's also very confusing, I would say. Oh, I guess I did this already. That's the other part I really don't like, just how confusing it is. The calendar was so simple. It was... It's man, I feel like it's only complicated for the sake of money, which sucks. Because I have nothing wrong with game companies, like, you know, charging money. Devs work hard for this stuff, but when it was like clearly better beforehand, and now it's just like, well, yeah, we didn't feel like putting in the tech to make it clear and understandable to everybody. It's just gonna be a worse system. That part's frustrating. Battle Pass never been my cup of tea, but I get why games choose to adopt the system. Yeah, I totally get it too. But yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of respect for the Kabam guys, and we even have one of the Kabam guys in here. By the way, this Kabam person is not responsible for the stuff that I'm talking about, as far as I know, at least. But anyway, I wish that if systems were going to change, they only changed for the better. And this, I would say, is I don't mind the fact that you like some of it's paid. It's just like the UI for it is atrocious, I would say. It's confusing, and yeah. Anyway, Will Dennis sent it over to saying, BG, tweets. I think I beat the game. Will, let me see where you're at, dude. Let's see here. What is this? Woohoo! Congrats on the Doom, dude. Congrats. You did it. Indeed, beat the game. Good stuff. All right. Let's go to it. When BG talks mad poop about Kabam when there are devs in the chat. Oh man, I don't mean for it to come off that way. If it's coming off that way. That's not, like I said, man. Dude, I really don't understand the people that hate everything about this game, but then play it every day. I'm far from that. I love this game. I think the devs do a great job. But obviously compromises were made for certain things. And it's unfortunate when this kind of compromise was just like, it's not that big a deal at the end of the day. Like the things that I do like, the things that I actually care about, they've been doing a much better job lately, like delivering challenging content with Karina's challenges and the Summer of Pain and stuff like that. So, I get it. Like there's compromises that are made. Vicky Fying sending over 200 rupees saying, hey BG, what's up? Was watching Cap's live stream while I opened Alliance Wars season rewards. Cap's luck just passed on to me. 6-star guillotine regular, okay, soon to be buffed. And 5-star red mags from the Nexus. Wanted him since like forever. Nice. Dude, that is perfect. Because now you could use that red mags for the Summer of Pain challenge, dude. It's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, our systems team was talking about it today. We have some ideas about how we can build an infrastructure to support this type of event if we choose to pursue this again. Okay. Well, that's good. That's very good. Like, here's the thing, too, guys. I have zero doubt in my mind that, like, this stuff that I'm mentioning about this event, which ultimately is fairly minor, I have zero doubt in my mind that like Kabam's also thinking about this stuff. They didn't just say like, oh, okay, yeah, this is going to be strictly better in every single way. They were probably like, okay, we have 100 million things to do. Which things are getting done and which are not getting done, kind of thing. That's what it felt like, at least. But it's like anytime someone leaves a comment on my video about like, you know, something like some crappy part of the video, I'm like, yeah, I know. but it was either post a video that day, or you know, delay that video for tomorrow, and that's just a video. In Kabam's case, it'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, we could delay it to winter. So I get it, but anyway. Should I go 2 5-star basics or featured 5-star? I highly well, depends on where you're at in the game. If you have like less than 120 5-star champions, I recommend going the basic or dual class crystal. If you have over 120, then yeah, there's some considerations to make. In a lot of ways, the dual class or basic is still better, but like, don't even think about the feature until you have at least 120. I'd say. Anyone gonna play Marvel Future Revolution? I'm probably gonna try it when it comes out, but I was I lost interest. Like, I was kind of looking forward to that game, but I lost interest immediately when it launched. After hearing the way, honestly, I've talked about it a lot, so I don't want to go over too much. But after hearing the way the devs talked for that game, I don't know. I guess it was just like it sounded like they were so proud that like they weren't selling characters, but it was more like, well, there's only like 8 playable characters, so how are you gonna sell these guys? Like, I felt like that was being tricked, I guess. Instead of someone just giving it to me straight, what's for sale, what's not for sale. I'd rather them sell characters than sell, like, you know, enhancements for those characters. Like, yeah, you get to play everybody for free, but if you want to play them when they're actually good, you can't, because that's the system, instead of MCOC, where it's like, okay, you can't play everyone, but at least you'll be like the guys that you do pull from crystals. At least you can get them to be as strong as like the big spenders and stuff like that. And then just, I don't know, it seemed like the game was a PC game that was ported onto mobile. Like, the best way to play it would be on an emulator. And it's like, man, if I'm gonna play a PC game, I'm just gonna get a PC game. So those were probably the 2 biggest points that I didn't like about it. But I'll probably try it out. I don't know, the game looks beautiful if it runs fluidly, but from what I saw, there's also some lag there, so I don't know. Don't Hate Gaming sent it over to saying, into the Tweeterverse. Man, how do you say that again? S'il vous plaît? Let's see here. Don't Hate Gaming. Do you have a different... You have a different name on Twitter? Because I don't see a Don't Hate Gaming on Twitter. Let me know what your Twitter name is. After playing 100 hours, everything you just said was terribly wrong. Is it? Give me the details. Let me know. Oof, I'm an idiot. Forgot to at. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. 4th of July weekend went pretty well, to be honest. Definitely got to push for Thronebreaker now. Ooh, the 6-star APOC. Dang, dude. The 6-star Daredevil. Just kidding. I'm sure you picked Ghost. And the Ghost Rider? Dang, dude. That's crazy. She-Hulk to top it all off. What else we got here? Then also decided to pop a Cav last night before bed, so awakened that 6-star Ghost, and season rewards were pretty kind to me. Damn, dude, the luck. You know your luck is done for, like, the rest of the century, right? You just used it all, man. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. Congrats. Congrats on all that. Okay, Slayer of the Gods. Let me see here. I'm close to the end game, and it can all be done for free. If you want to be super competitive, that's where money comes in. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. But 99% of stuff can be grinded for free, even gear. I have no doubt about that. That is absolutely not what I'm talking about. So we're still on the same page. I'm talking about being competitive. I have zero doubt in my mind that you can play that game or nearly any game you want for free. But if you want to play with the big boys, can that be done for free? And that's not even the worst. Like I said, for me, I wouldn't even say that's the biggest concern. Money is like, this might sound weird because I am free to play, and you'd think, well, maybe money is a big concern for me, but it's not. Part of the reason I got into MCOC, knowing that, or at least thinking at the time that, like, okay, yeah, I know how free-to-play games work. You're gonna have to spend truckloads of money. That's just the way it is. But part of the reason I got into this game was I was like, okay, well, let's see what can be done. Like, I didn't want to be able to beat everything, if that makes sense. Like, I wanted to run into those brick walls, because I've been playing games where brick walls didn't exist anymore, and I grew up running into brick walls in games. And it was like, damn, I don't know. Gaming has changed a bit, you know. Where like the only real challenges. This is not completely true, but this is what I was thinking at the time. Was like the only real challenges are like, you know, PvP content, and PvP is great. I love PvP, but sometimes I don't want to play PvP. And I just want to be challenged, you know, in some kind of PvE way. So I was like, all right, well, let me look to these games that, like, intentionally set up these walls that people would use the term cash grab and money grab and stuff like that. I was like, cool, sign me up. let me find some games that have that. I mean, I wasn't thinking that when I originally downloaded MCOC. When I originally downloaded MCOC, I was just looking to see, like, I was looking at different UIs of games and stuff like that, trying to get ideas. But then when I continued playing beyond, you know, like a few days, I was like, dude, sweet. Challenge. But anyway, like I said, the actual biggest concern for me was, if I want to play a PC game, I'll just play PC. If you know, I'll just go play like Path of Exile or something, which I still haven't played. But it feels like a port to me. Whereas like if MCOC felt like a port of a fighting game, I would hate it, and that's why I originally didn't think I would like this game. But I'll still give it a go. When it actually comes out, and we'll see what happens. That's just the initial impressions I got from watching some of the gameplay. Usually the streets of my city are currently rivers, and the water is 10 feet up onto the lawns. What? Lori, holy crap. Where, I don't know if you mind saying where you are or not, but that's insane. I'm really curious where it's like that right now. Fluffy Monster sent over a buck saying, Beaver, how are you? Great. The game has changed a lot since microtransactions were introduced. Back in the day, we just bought the game and that was it. Now there is more to it. Skins, battle passes, and new sold guns that become meta, so they can sell more. Yeah. And I wouldn't say it's all for the worse. in some cases, yeah. But it allows the games to continue to be developed. So I'd say, as much as it's a pain sometimes, I'd say it's ultimately like a welcome trade-off, depending on the game. Totally depending on the game. But yeah, you're right, it has changed a lot. Chris Gonzalez sending over 10 saying, hey BG, open my 16th 6-star and got Omega Red. Also have a Cosmic Gem, options, Venom, Surfer, Red Goblin, Super Scroll, Angela, and Cole. Venom is possibly next rank 5. Does he need it? Hold on. I mean, no, he hold on a sec. Let me reread this again. Make sure I'm giving you the right advice. Okay, no. So Venom does not need to be awakened. No. It can be worth it to awaken Venom if you find yourself playing the champion a lot. I consider him to be one of those borderline champions. Like, totally rank him up without awakening him. Absolutely do that, because like I said, he does not need to be awakened. His awaken ability, he starts off like unawaken, he starts with 1 buff, and then awaken he starts with 2 to 3 buffs depending on sig level. And it also increases the potency of his buffs, but it's a minor increase in potency. But if you're playing Venom a lot, then I feel like you can easily justify awakening him just to get, like, oh, I should say this too. He gains those buffs every, what is it, like 9 seconds or something like that. So he's going to cap out on buffs whether he's awakened or unawakened, and it just takes, you know, a few seconds longer when unawakened. But if you play the champion a bunch, sometimes those few seconds, that's all the difference in the world. You know, if you're taking out, you know, it'll open up certain nodes, like, will become easier, like buffed up, having more than 1 buff on you from the start, and just, you know, you'll deal a bit more damage quicker. And yeah, you can probably save some potions and revives in the long run by having an awakened version of Venom versus unawakened. So I would say definitely rank him up unawakened, but then, you know, feel out the champion, see if you like Venom. If you feel like you're going to be playing Venom a lot, awakening him is, I would say a solid play. If you're only going to use him on rare occasion, if there's like a, you know, Spider-Verse champion that's really annoying that you need to get through, then no, unawakened is plenty good enough. That's his most important utility anyway, and he has that unawakened. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Chris, thank you so much for the 10, man. Super generous of you. Sharita Nelson sending over $1 saying, hey BG, tweet please. Sure, let me see. Let's see what we got here. Hey BG, question for you. I have a 5-star tech awakening gem. Who should I awaken for Act 6.2? Well, I don't know if you're a fan of Ghost or not. I see you don't have Ghost 2 ranked up at the moment, but you do have her ranked up a little bit. That would probably be my choice if you're not a fan of Ghost. Actually, hold on, give me 1 sec, because fighting Kingpin takes a little too much attention. And I want to make sure I don't give you the wrong advice here. You take a closer look at your roster in a sec. Alright, Kingpin. Accidentally pushed this guy to a special 2. That's what made me have to focus on the fight. Poor little Rocket here doesn't have that much health. Okay, so hold on, did you say 6.2? Okay, for 6.2. Alright, first off, I want to say let's back up here. I normally don't recommend moving on to 6.2 until you've done a bunch of the variants. Of course, that's up to you if you want to keep pushing on, but I think the rewards and overall difficulty and just the growth of your roster, I think the variants will have a much larger impact than clearing something like 6.2. 6.2 will be a struggle. So yeah, I would say that first and foremost. But Ghost, I would say, would be the best. And this is for Awakening, right? Yes. Hulkbuster, I'd say, is actually pretty good to Awaken. Just because he's got that healing ability for the final 15%. And that can save you a bunch of resources while questing. But you already have these two ranked up. These two champions are great. You know what? I changed my mind. Forget about Hulkbuster. I still think Ghost is like the number one play if you like playing Ghost. If not, then I would actually say just Awaken Stark Spidey. You already have him ranked up. He actually benefits quite a bit from the Awakening. As long as you stay above 50% health. He has a benefit below 50% health as well, but if you stay above 50% health, you gain a lot of crit rating, and that just amplifies Stark Spidey's damage by quite a bit. So yeah, I would say Stark Spidey. Warlock, I skipped over Warlock. He doesn't really need the Awakening as much as the other champs. He's incredible. He's amazing. Honestly, if you don't like Ghost, I'd recommend Warlock for your first rank 5 tech champion. But I feel like Spidey would need the gem more. So that's what I do. Sorry, the advice was a little bit all over the place, but I hope that helps. Hope that does help. Sharita, thank you very much for the buck. Superman sent over a buck as well, saying, "Hey BG, got season rewards and pulled 6-star guillotine." Okay, congrats. When is her buff? And should I be excited? Also, I'm loving the stream. Don't know the answer to either of those. Not yet. Actually, well, so fall, I think, is when they were targeting to have the update out for guillotine. I think it was like October or November, if I'm not mistaken, which I could be. As far as should you be excited, no one knows what the guillotine buff is going to look like. I don't even know if like I'm sure the devs have started thinking about it at least, but even then it's probably not finalized at this point. And if the devs don't even have it finalized, then none of the players do either. So yeah, a little bit hard to say if you should be excited. I'd proceed, I'd be cautiously optimistic, I guess. Hope, like, Guillotine's such a cool character. I don't think they're going to, you know, release like a mediocre version of her. I feel like she'll at least be solid. But if she's going to be like the next god of the contest, no one can really know that, you know? Did we know we were buffing Guillotine? Learn something new every day. Wow, dude. Pay attention to the polls, man. It's pretty funny. Fluffy Monster sending over another buck, saying also it is almost impossible to be competitive with the big boys without a paywall. And yes, you're free to play, but compared to the normal grinder, it is impossible to keep up, especially when prestige is the leading cause of it. Also, happy birthday. Yeah, I agree. I think the game was much more free-to-play friendly during the 5-star era, and I feel like we're approaching that again now that 6 stones are becoming more available. But there was such a large gap in time where there just was such a crummy amount of 6 stones that, yeah, I completely agree. It wasn't and still is not really feasible to be competitive while being free to play currently. If these challenges keep coming out, then I think we'll get back in that place. But yeah, it's pretty rough for a while there. I'd say rank 3 6 stars is my least favorite time in MCOC, period. Like by far, probably. It's kind of a miserable time, man. Like, I don't know, in the beginning it's exciting. It's like, oh man, yeah, rank 3s, and then I'm like, all right, well, we don't really have too many sources of 6 stones. But we just gotta be smart about it, you know? Just gotta make the right decisions and all that. And then, you know, still be able to be competitive. And then it was just coming to the realization that, like, no, there's no decisions that you could make. There's not, like, even in like the early 5-star days, you could technically run Labyrinth over and over and over again to get +1 6 stone every time. And that was a terrible way to get 6 stones. But, like, at least it made me think. Like, at least it gave me hope. There's technically some small thing that could be done. With 6 stars, it was just like, no. Tough luck. But, anyway. I think the game's finally headed in the right direction again. With all the challenging content and actually having 6 stones available. There was once again 6 stones in the 4th of July offerings, which made me really happy compared to like the 25 6 stones that were available on Cyber Monday. It was ridiculous. I comment the rest of my thoughts. Thanks for the discussion. Excited to see you try the game at launch. It's wonderful. I think you'll enjoy a lot of it. Slayer Gods. Sure, let me see. Let's see. I don't see how MFR monetization and MCOC monetization are any different. You're at the top and haven't spent a dime. Same can go for MFR. Just need to put in different kind of money, time. Wasn't super impressed with the combat at first either, especially for PvP, but there's a lot of skill involved. Obviously the whales are going to stay at the top. That's just how these games work, but I can see your point because in MFR there is actually PvP unlike MCOC. Yeah, it's pretty different because in MCOC you're just fighting each other's defenders. I don't know what the PvP looks like in MFR, but like that's kind of the problem I have. It's like I used to play pretty much exclusively PvP games because, like I said, a lot of the PvE games, there wasn't much to it, you know? Like, the devs created... They just wanted people to play and get through, like, the story of the game. And then if you wanted to be challenged, you had to fight one another. And I also just... I mean, I've always loved Warcraft 3. Which was strictly a PvP game. Well, I shouldn't say strictly. Technically, it was a campaign mode. But I legit never made it through the campaign mode. I did like 1 or 2 of the missions or something like that. And I was... I just wanted to get online and play versus other people. I still remember going 0-20 because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I went 0-20. For my first 20 matches in that game. Anyway, and then like that branched out to Dota, of course. And Dota is probably the only PvP game that I play currently. But there is no paid advantage in that game. So it's like, okay, if I want to be competitive in a game, I can do that. But it's not going to be an MFR, you know? So, we'll see. Like I said, I'm not totally writing the game off. But I know 2 things. 1, there will be some advantage in PvP, like a larger advantage. There has to be a larger advantage in that game than an MCOC. Because, I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't say I know that. Here's what I do know. That game costs a ton of money to make. This is really the only thing that I should say. That game costs an absolute crap ton of money to make. I don't know the amount of money. I haven't seen any estimations or anything like that, but the game looks beautiful. Seems to be a large, expansive world type of thing. They invested a lot of money into that game, and they need to make a lot of money on that game, even before getting into their profits. So, yeah. They're going to need to sell something. and a lot of that something. What does Dota stand for? It's actually DOTA, even though I do pretty much say it like DODA. It's technically Defense of the Ancients, but it's like meaningless. Dota is basically its own word. There's a 1v1 game mode and a 10v10. I think there's a 50v50. There's also some 4-player co-op modes, but yeah, I didn't even consider live PvP. It's a great point you made. Okay, so here's the other concern, I guess. And then, alright, I really do want to change the subject afterwards, because I haven't even played the game yet. So, I don't know. These are just red flags that I'm seeing. If the game is competitive, what platform do you play on? What do you think is actually best? Is it best to play on your mobile device, or do competitive players play on emulators on PC? I really want to know that. I don't know if anyone has that answer yet, but I really want to know that. Because like I said, to me it seems like a PC that was ported onto mobile rather than a game. Rather than like gameplay wise, rather than a game made for mobile. Like menu wise, UI, all that stuff. Yeah, of course they designed it around mobile, but and I mean, of course, like the buttons on the screen that you push, yeah, it's set up for mobile devices, but I just feel like if I want to be competitive, I would probably want to play on PC, which is just strange. I don't know. Anyway, let's do this in this. Yeah. Most people say it's better on mobile. Interesting. I'm seeing some people say PC. PC would be better. My phone usually overheats. Accelerate. Thank you. I was just reading your messages, actually. Thank you for the loony. But yeah, you said PC would be better. My phone usually overheats. That's... I am thinking about that a bit too, of like... I'm really curious. I saw a lot of slowdown, a lot of lag. But it's the beta, so it's like, how much of that is the beta, or is that how it's actually going to be? I don't really want to be too harsh on that, you know, until the game is actually out. But what kind of witchcraft is this? You're below 10,000 units. I am below 10,000 units. We need to fix that immediately. BG, I've got a big arena grind day ahead, so I'm gonna hit the hay. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, Dragon. I'll be cheering you along for the grind. He's still talking about Dota? No, I was talking about Marvel Future Revolution. But might as well be. It ain't MCOC, right? BG, isn't there supposed to be a free champion at the beginning of the new season, like Hercules? I don't know if there is supposed to be or not. That doesn't happen every month. Wait, you said beginning of the new season. When you say season, are you talking about the month or like Alliance War season? But that doesn't happen every single update. We don't always get new characters. Oh, son of a... I was like, ah, he's too passive. This is early arena. It's about to hit him, and then he hit me. BG, please read... Okay, don't want to time him out, but he has spaced out his messages. Okay, sure. Let's see. BG, isn't there... Oh, I was just reading that. Oh. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, that is not really spacing out the messages. I'm gonna time you out. Now that I realize it, please don't spam. Please give a little bit more space between your messages. Copying and pasting is totally fine, and in fact encouraged. If I don't see your message, but if I could see with only like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 messages in between, that's too much. Brak Brakovic, Senator 5, saying BG. I remember when Champion was bugged and could reach 8 Furies. I didn't know it was a bug and loved playing him. Wish they would do a simple change. Interesting, man. I don't even remember that bug. I don't think I ever cared about the, the Champion, man. Except for fighting him in Alliance War. I thought he was pretty tough when he came out in Alliance War. I mean, I think he came out in like during an off season or something, and I fought him on like the old map, the buffet node. I was like, oh man, this guy's kind of tough. That was pretty much the only thoughts I ever gave. But yeah. That's interesting. I wonder if I would like him if he had more Furies, if he had more damage. I think he's kind of an interesting character. Like, just the fact that we have that champion boss in 6.2. I feel like he was a great addition to the game overall. But yeah, offensively, he's a little bit more to be desired there, you know? Austin Barnett sent it over to saying, BG, how do you feel about Strife? I dupe my 6-star. Cool, man. I think Strife is a great character. I think he's one of the better champions that came out this year. I think his biggest use overall, and the reason why we don't see much Strife, is I think he's really useful in the Abyss. Outside of that, he's still totally playable, but because the mutant class is so stacked, usually there's like an easier option to use for a lot of quests. But I do think he's cool, man. He's got a somewhat unique playstyle where it's like I don't know, it's not totally unique. It's like half and half between like just a normal champion, but then you got the you can play around with like the you know, the mist mechanic and stuff like that. His passive damage over time, there's not many characters with that. I feel like if Kabam wanted to, they could encourage that stuff a bit more, and we'd see Strife a bit more frequently from the community. But yeah, overall, I think he's cool. I'd say it's a solid pull. I don't know how much I would play him personally. Also just got my APOC to rank 3. Oh, nice. Even better. Yeah, I don't know how much I would play Strife personally if I even had one. Just because, like I said, there's so many other mutants, but I still wouldn't mind pulling the champion, for sure. Okay, I'm back. I think it's down to personal preference, what you play on. I have a half-decent phone and it runs perfectly. Controls also feel great, but if you prefer an emulator, they actually support those. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the concern I was bringing up. Is like some people prefer to play. There's like shooters that are cross-platform, and like some people are more comfortable with a controller in their hand. But it's like you can be more comfortable, but one is just like objectively better. So it's like, all right, if you want to be competitive, you know what you need to do. I'm, again, curious about the game. And how that is. Is Snow Black Widow any good? Wow, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever heard that before. Snow Black Widow. Black Widow deodorant? She's decent. Just pulled out from a 5-star. She's pretty decent. She's... I wouldn't say she's like top of the tier lists and all that, but she's pretty decent. Her shock damage is through the roof. She has one of like the most powerful, consistent shock damage that you could find, which is really fun to play around with. There's not a ton of shock immune champions and stuff like that. So yeah, she's pretty fun. I want to rank up my 5-star version, actually. I'd say if you have access to like all the skill champions, then she might not be first choice. But if you don't have access to a lot of skills, then it's a solid rank up. And now that I do have a couple of other skill champs ranked up, I kind of want to rank her up just for fun, just for the times that I do need that shock damage. GG, got my first 6-star today, Mr. Fantastic. Candy good? Yeah. So Mr. Fantastic, he just got buffed. He is, I would still say, he's more of like a support style champion. His pre-buffs are great. I said pre-buffs. I didn't mean to say pre-buffs. His pre-fight debuffs is what I meant to say. Those are pretty great. And just on his own, he's a solid champion. If you want to see what Mr. Fantastic can do when like pushed to his limits, MSD used Mr. Fantastic in the Abyss with some pretty great results. I made a video about Mr. Fantastic, just kind of screwing around with some synergies and stuff like that if you want to see a little bit more too. But yeah, he's a great champion. That's a great 6-star pull because he also doesn't need to be awakened for like the ways that he would get used the most as a support style champ. Where is Mr. Fantastic? If you're just playing the champion by himself, the awaken ability is decent. Giving you increased combat power rate and stuff like that, and the additional evade chance and stuff. But if you're just playing him as a support style champion that you're occasionally using for fights too, then yeah, he doesn't even need to be awakened. So great 6-star. And actually, his pre-fights, they scale with star level, so you have the most powerful form of them. Tidal Wave sent over 3 saying, mind checking Twitter real quick. My results from 4th of July deals and also thoughts on Summoner Resort Pass. I talked about it a bunch at the start of the stream, so I'll be brief about the Resort Pass. It's I think it's fine overall. I wish it was as easy to understand as the calendar was. But like ultimately I don't mind that like part of it is for sale kind of thing. They're giving so much away for free. I don't mind that some of it is like a paid pass kind of thing. Passes like battle passes, or just anytime I hear the word pass now, it kind of annoys me just because that it's in every single game, and it will be in every single game going forward, but otherwise I don't really mind it. All right, let's see what you got here. Dude, wow. Namor and Aegon. I mean, Wasp is not bad either, of course, especially if you play Ghost. But, dang, dude. I would say these 2 pulls right here. Huge pulls. Ooh, the dupe on Sim Supreme, too. Nice. His Awaken ability, pretty handy. Even though he doesn't need to be awakened. But yeah, dude, thank you very much for the 3. Congrats on the great luck. Ryan, finally back in stream. Been crazy busy lately. Angel of Death, I hope it's the good kind of busy, man. But welcome back. BG, is Magic a good 4-star? Sort of. So here's the thing about Magic. Magic is an incredible champion. But as a 4-star, actually it should still be useful. I'll continue the thought, but I was gonna say, as a 4-star, like some of the advanced techniques you can do with Magic, because you're able to control the opponent's power so well. As you know, when you're newer to the game, you might not be able to pull that kind of stuff off. But to be honest, even just being able to power lock the opponent with your special 2 early on, even if you can't fully control their power, like someone who's been playing the game for a long time can, even that's still powerful. So Yeah, I'd say Magic is a great 4-star. Throw those special 2s. It's funny how I see that picture and go, ooh, Wasp. Karate Mike, I actually did think about you as I was saying that, because I still think back to the video that we made with a bunch of us, and like the rank up advice video. And I remember you were like, dude, Wasp. What I do with the shades from the summer event, I don't even know. To be honest, I don't know how the summer event works entirely. It's one of those things where like it's so long that I'm just gonna play the game and just hope that I automatically collect all the rewards and just leave it at that, you know? Oh, really, buddy? You have the indestructible? Oh, get out of here. Like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna understand the side event quest. Just because that's how it works out a lot of times in this game. You just kind of play and stuff naturally happens and it's all good. Brandon, can you check Twitter por favor? Easy, sure. Ooh, dude. 480 units. Dude, you got this. Oh, this is the 6-star one. You got 2 of the 6-star pieces and 480 units. Damn, dude. Those thighs. Nice, man. Alyssa sent it over to saying, please read last. Hot Fisted by Champion and Legendary? What? Let me see. Just fought Champion in Legendary difficulty, forgot to bring Doom or any Mystic and had to rely on Warlock. Ooh. But for some reason, Warlock Infection doesn't remove his healing. Yeah. What is it about Champion again? How does that healing work? Is it, it's no one can stop his healing, I think, right? Well, the Awaken ability is it. Well, he was on the final node, right? But yeah, in addition to regenerating health, the champion is immune to Fate Seal, Heal Block, Petrify, and any effects that modify regeneration other than poison. So yeah, that'll do it. Bummer, dude. Hopefully you're able to make it through without too much trouble, but yeah, it sounds like a rough time. It also came with his face. Dang, so you have 3 out of 6 pieces just from this little event here, Easy? That's crazy, man. Rip that Alliance rewards. My opening you're talking about, it wasn't great. It really wasn't. It was pretty rough. I didn't earn those rewards anyway. That's how I think about it. Black Widow Deadly Origin is featured arena tomorrow. Oh, dude, really? Interesting. I mean, I just said I wanted to rank up my 5-star version. I kind of wanted to, at least. Like, I already started that process. Oh, I guess I didn't go that far. She's only at rank 3. I thought I had her at rank 4. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if I care enough about her to do a featured grind. But I do actually want the champion. Damn it. That's interesting. I'm gonna see what she goes for round 1. And wait. No, the featured will be the buffed champ selector. Oh wait, what? PWF is usually pretty on top of it with this stuff. So I don't know what to think. Let's go take a look. Wait, no. What's in news and announcements, right? I think it's usually... Is it here? Oh my god. Is it not? No, it's definitely in the news and announcements, right? Because no one else can ever talk in those things. Where the hell is it? Here we go. Black Widow Deadly Origin as the featured. Okay. There it is, posted today. Alright. Interesting. PWF is literally never wrong. Yeah, pretty much what Karate Mike said. He knows all. But yeah. Interesting. Oh yeah, Karate Mike copy and pasted it too. Sorry guys, I wasn't looking in chat for a minute trying to find it. I still kind of hate the forums. Oh man. Gasp, BG said hell. Oh, get out of here, Pixie Bell. Also, how does Summoner of Pain work? Is it once you defeat the boss you get the milestone? The Summer of Pain thing? Like the bonus objectives? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, when you beat the boss with like you get a point just for beating the boss at all, and then you get a point for each of the special objectives that are there. Take a shot every time BG scrolls past it. Hey, you'd have only had to take well, I guess those two. Dang. Me being a lightweight, 2 is about the most I could be able to drink anyway. BG got 6-star Colossus, 5-star Starkey, and 5-star Claire. Nice. All 3 of those great pulls. Good stuff. Black Widow's overrated. Massacre fam. So I don't know anyone who really talks about Black Widow that much. There's like 2 people in the entire community that's that talks about Black Widow. So I don't know how she could be overrated. But there are some really strong use cases for Black Widow. I'll tell you guys right now the reason why I almost... Sometimes I don't like to share these thoughts, because this is a competitive thought. But you know what? Screw it, man. I usually end up saying it anyway. So Black Widow, I'm pretty sure she was the fastest for the Legends run. For like, it was only like 1 or maybe 2 paths at most. I think it was just 1. But I'm 99% sure she was the absolute fastest for that path. And if you're looking to be competitive, if you're looking to really drop your times during story Legends runs and stuff like that, get yourself a Black Widow. It's likely that we'll see that node or a similar interaction again. GG, I'm still waiting on my hall pass to say F in chat without Pixie banning me. Oh my god. Pixie does, I don't think Pixie's ever banned for bad language, has she? Because normally you're allowed to, yeah, you can say whatever you want. Go ahead. Oh man. Geo, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the spam, dude. It's not a big deal. Just as long as you don't keep spamming, and you know, feel free to ask whatever questions you want. We're here to help and all that, but you know, just without the spam, and then everything is good. That's all. Curious what path? 7.2. Karate Mike. I don't know how fast I'd be able to find it. I'll take a quick crack at it. I think it was the 4th quest. Just imagine, like, visualizing where the bosses are on the quest. I think it was this one. I think it was this, if I'm not mistaken, where there is the shock. Whenever the defender is suffering from a shock or incinerate debuff, they also suffer. Never mind, that's evade accuracy. Oh, here we go. And that is shock vulnerability as well. While the defender is shocked, the attacker's attack rating is increased 200% when landing attack. I'm pretty sure that this is pretty sure that she was the fastest for this path. Didn't someone test it out during my run and tell lags or something? Ooh, Mixed Master Shock Vuln, that makes sense. Mole Man was a beast there too. I mean, the node combo itself wasn't even that hard or anything. It's just if you're really looking to save seconds, I'm pretty sure she was the fastest. Oh man, excuse me. All right, anyway, let's get out of here. She was the fastest by a pretty wide margin. That's what I was thinking. I mean, as wide as, 15, 20-second fights go, however long it is. BG is 5-star Starkey worth sigging up. Not much. There's some pretty hefty diminishing returns involved. Let's take a quick look at Aunt May. But I can't pronounce words right today. I was really about to say a queek. Let's take a quick look. So yeah, not only whenever you see these curves kind of flatlining, you're not getting that much benefit, but there's like double diminishing returns with Stark Spidey. I'd say like Sig 40 is a good place to keep him at. Because yeah, like the way that the ratings scale in this game, crit damage, all that stuff, the more you have of it, the less of an impact adding even more on top of that would have. And because you're multiplying these numbers times potentially 10 for having 10 poise charges, even though you don't always have 10, yeah, at around Sig 40, that's pretty much the sweet spot here. Just realized something. Hold on a sec. Whoops, God. Was Stark Spidey always on Aunt May shown with the 6-star border? Was that a previous update? And I'm just now noticing, or maybe someone pointed it out before and I didn't realize. Is 6-star Stark Spidey coming? He's not already available in some crystal that I also forgot about, is he? Starkey is now a 6-star in the game files. I know it's in the game files, but like, does anybody? No one has one right now, though, right? Happened this update, Magoo? Okay. All right. Gotcha. Gucci, what are your thoughts on the latest buffs? You know, I don't really have too formed of an opinion on the latest buffs yet. I meant to play around with the characters more today. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll mess around with the newly buffed champs tomorrow. Actually, I have a 7-star Starkey. No big deal. Yeah, he's kind of a garbage character anyway. Am I right? Right, with this update, if you filter for tech 6 stars you don't own, there's a picture of him now. Okay. Gotcha. What buff made the most impact on your account? Magneto, probably. To be honest, I don't think they ever should have buffed Magneto as hard as they did. They probably went too far. It doesn't matter now. Like, it's what's done is done. It's not going to change. I'm not asking for a change. You know? I'm just saying they probably went too far on that one. There's too many metal champs in this game for someone to be that powerful. They probably went too far. So yeah, he's had the biggest impact. I've used a lot of the buffed champions. Venom, Colossus, Torch. Technically, Torch was buffed, right? I use Torch all the time. But yeah, I would say Magneto is one that's like, whoa. This was a bit much. No nerfing Magneto, you bald fiend. I don't have control over it anyway. God, what a different game this would be if I had control. If I was, if I had access to the dials. Speaking of big buffs, I've missed your thoughts on Diablo. How do you like the new one, BG? Yeah, I was just saying, I haven't messed with Diablo yet. I've seen a little bit of gameplay from him. Looks pretty impressive. Someone in our alliance, I think, just took him to rank 3, if I'm not mistaken. I was only kind of quickly scanning through. I'm pretty sure that was a rank 3 rank, yep. If Hercules has better prestige than Silver Surfer, would you grind for him and throw a generic in him? I don't know if I have the units to even do a single grind if Hercules had higher prestige than Silver Surfer. I'm already thinking Hercules is going to go for about 160 million points. If he had prestige higher than Silver Surfer, I would say 200 million points. And I can put up a little over 100 without refreshing champs, and that's like if I really went, you know, if I made sure I didn't miss a single 5 or 6-star champion any of the times that they were available. I wouldn't really be able to run 4-star champs at all, because the rest of the time in between those rounds would have to go to refreshing 6-star champs probably. And it would cost, let's see, let's just ballpark it at about 95 million. If I had to grind to 200 million, I'm saying. So actually, I'm gonna ballpark it for like 160 mil point grind. Let's say I had to refresh 55 million points at, what does it usually cost per million? Is it like boosted? Boosted, I think, is about 200 units per million. Might be slightly off. Might be like 180 even. I don't know. I'm just gonna say 200 because I might run out of boosts even. So let's just call it 200. That would be 11,000 units right there, just for me to get to 160 million points. If I had to go to 200 million points, it'd be about 19,000 units. So I literally would, like, I'm not saying that Hercules, if he had the prestige of Silver Surfer, I'm not saying that he would necessarily go 200 million, but he could, and I literally wouldn't have the amount of units to do that grind. That's how crazy it would be. This grind is already going to be so gnarly, man. Good luck to all the grinders. I'm going to be watching on the sidelines. BG, if we gave you the keys to the kingdom, we'd have a problem with champs deleted from the game or nerfed on a whim. Yeah, you sure would. You absolutely would. Now, if I actually had the keys to the kingdom, I don't know what I would really do. Because, of course, there'd be more to think about. I'd have to consider how everyone feels and the riots, the potential riots. Yeah. I don't want people with pitchforks outside of my home. But if there were no repercussions, oh man, I'd be nerfing things left and right. Mr. Wimple sending over Buck, just saying hello, folks. Hello, Mr. Wimple. How you doing? Thank you very much for the buck. I appreciate it. Welcome. Did you would nerf Quake, Ghost, and Corvus if he was in charge? Oh, I wouldn't stop there. Game dev is easy, as everyone knows. Dude, it's gotta be super easy. I would nerf, I mean, not to go on too much of a nerf tangent, but I would nerf some of my favorites too, man. Like I said, even like Void during, I would say Void's prime, when he was, like, he's still one of my favorites, easily. Top 10 favorite champs in the entire game. But even when he was like one of my, even higher on the list, I was ready to nerf him, and I'm still ready to nerf him. It's just what some people consider a nerf. Some people consider a nerf as basically like the champion is no longer going to be playable or viable or anything like that. Not at all. The nerf for Void, all I would do is the debuff that reduces crit chance. I would actually remove that debuff so that Void could be critically hit, and I would split the Petrify debuff into 2. That's all I would do. You'd still be able to reverse healing. You'd still be able to you know, power control the opponents and stuff like that. Overall, it'd be a fairly minor nerf, but it'd still be a nerf. Mr. Wimple sent her a buck saying, if you were dev, CGR need buff. You're saying CGR needs a buff? Yeah, I agree. He needs a buff. Slap 10,000 extra health on him. Call it a day. He's got the damage, but he could use an extra, like, just 10,000 health. Actually, you know what? Add, like, give him guaranteed crits. You see that helmet? He's been through a lot, dude. I mean, come on. CGR, it just looks like he's been through a lot. So give him some guaranteed crits. How are you getting so many arena points? The higher star level champs give more points. I'm just using my highest level champs. All this nerf talk is really not wanting me to play the game. Oh, Pixie Bell, it's hypothetical. Nothing's changing. King Groot needs at least double health. Yeah, double health, double healing, please. I want to see 6 digits health and 4-digit ticks of heals. Whoa, game just froze there for a sec. After looking at your opening, taking Hawker to rank 3. You saying you're taking up your are you taking up your Hawkeye to rank 3? Is that what you're saying? Or are you asking me if I'm gonna do that? Absolutely not. If you're asking me. Mr. Whipple send over another buck saying at least poison immune. Yeah, there we go. That's what yeah, slap some immunities. Hell yeah. There we go. Needs more block proficiency, that too. Give him all the things. GG, if that's what King Groot needs, what kind of buff does regular Groot need to become usable? I'd say, let's see, incursion hacks, they last for 3 to 4 rooms, right? Regular hack 3 rooms, the boss hack 4. He needs like a full 4 rooms of hacks. Just baseline in his kit. Like the best of the best, though. It you know, it has to actually really be the good stuff. I'm gonna restart my game. It's getting a little laggy. He just needs that as baseline, and then he might get played sometimes, occasionally. The rare instance. How many plat pool parts are there? 5. 5 for the 5 stars, 6 for the 6 star. I don't believe any bald man. Have you ever heard of Lex Luthor? Heard of him. Of course, Pixie Bell. We're in the secret bald guy club together. He shops at my website, which, by the way, you guys can find in the description. Offer code BANANA. Save yourself 15% on the best bald caps around. Buff corn, but 100% chance, no diminishing returns. Yeah. Like, if that was one of his additions, yeah. He needs more than that, though. It's even more than that. Actually, that'd be really fun. Oh, man, I kind of want to... I want to punch myself in the face for having this thought, even. But I want to run Groot through the incursions now. Just to see what's possible. But I feel like I'm going to regret it, so I should really just... not. Let me check on AQ real quick. I saw the pop-up from Mike. I guess Mike probably killed the boss. He did kill the boss. Oh, look at that cheesy Mike right there. Standing proud atop where the boss used to be. Where am I even going? I think I'm up here this variation. Yeah, I am. Just double checking around. Nope, that is definitely the way. Cool. Day 1, you always gotta check, guys. I should have just clicked on it, but I didn't do that. If you punch yourself in the face, I might send you a hot dog. What kind? We talking ballpark franks or? Let me do this fight real quick. I like to burn energy now. That way I can, like, after the stream is over, I'll have enough energy to finish my path. That way I don't got to think about AQ for, like, first thing in the morning or something. Mr. Wimples and Genova another buck saying just remove Groot, then is that redo and completely changed? Pretty much, yeah. That's what would need to happen. That is exactly what would need to happen. Alright, come on, Cap. Throw that special, bud. Yeah. There it is. I'll just spew all over this guy. If you're gonna spew into this. We'll hit him with that acid burn. Do some sonic rolls. In theory, that gives him infinite corn buffs, which would crash the game instantly. Oh, damn. Now I really want to see that. Sounds awesome. Alright, let's get out of here. Lost Wayne and Overbuck saying, BG, what are your thoughts on Namor and Surfer in Prestige Race? Thinking about rank 4 future as well. When the gap shortens, I think I can sig 200 only one. Top 35 to 45 AQ. I mean, it's Surfer all the way. So I know what you mean though. Is like when you take him to rank 4 and stuff. You want a good champ to actually rank up. Someone that maybe is going to have more use other than just prestige, right? And yeah, Surfer, he's not that useful of a champ. But the prestige difference is pretty substantial. So 5 stars don't, or 6 stars don't 100% mirror 5 stars, but they're close enough that we can use this as a comparison point. Meant to go to rank 4. So rank 4, it's a 150 point difference here, which we don't know what that's going to look like at 6 star rank 4, but with as tight as prestige is in the upper side of things, I would say Surfer. If you are looking to make a prestige play, I feel like you gotta go Surfer. I want Namor. I really want Namor, and I want to pump a bunch of 6 stones into him. The nice thing about Namor is you really feel the value of those SIGs because it's not just for prestige. Because, like, I'm not just talking about, like, champion versus champion. I just mean, like, specifically with Namor's Awaken ability. You want him at SIG 200, right? So it really feels like it's important to have those SIGs invested in Namor, right? Where's the 6 star Bomb Boy? Oh, I don't need him for AQ, man. He'll probably never go to AQ, Mike. But yeah, if you are looking to make prestige plays, Lost Wayne, it's, yeah, man. I don't know. I guess, I don't know, actually. It's a tough question to answer, man. It's complicated. It's hard to even express all my thoughts. But I'm trying to think, like, how important, like it changes your prestige. I'd say a decent amount for going Silver Surfer over Namor. But how much is that, like, what impact is that really going to have on your alliance? If you are very close to going up a tier in terms of rewards, up a bracket, then yeah, I would say go with Surfer. It'll be worth it to make that push. But if you're just, like, fairly content, and maybe that's the way your alliance feels as well, where it's like, okay, you know, we want people to focus on prestige, but don't want anyone to necessarily make strictly prestige plays, you know, then, like, Namor is easily the better champion to have over Surfer. So, oh man, yeah, it's tough. I don't know if I could really give you a concrete answer on that one. As you can tell, I'm kind of back and forth on it myself. I think like I said though, I think it really comes down to, like, how bad do you and your alliance want to push to go up. Or even if you were looking to switch alliances or something like that, if everyone else in your alliance, maybe they weren't on board with pushing for prestige, that's always an option too. The thing about Namor is that he's awesome. I agree, Carl. I love Namor, dude. I think he's really fun. He suffers the same problem as all the mutants, is just that there's so many amazing mutants, so he doesn't get as much play, but I still think he's so good. Lost Wayne sending over another buck saying Alliance Prestige changes by 2. Mine changes by 60 slash top 5. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's really not much, huh? I knew I was gonna get hit by that. I tried to swipe back earlier than I did, and it didn't register. And then I tried to swipe again, and that was unfortunately, like, too late. Yeah, man, it's just totally up to how bad you want to push for those ranks, I guess, is what it comes down to. I would much rather have a Namor sigged up. It seems like that's what you rather have too. I think most people would, if we're taking away prestige. But I think a lot of people, even if they do rank up Namor because of how stacked the mutant class type is, you might not even find yourself playing Namor all that much. And then it might just be a mostly prestige play anyway. And if you're mostly going to be making a prestige play anyway, then you might as well go with the #1 prestige champ in the game. So, just something else to think about. But it is tough, man. I think that's all I could really say. Good luck with your decision, dude. Steatics and Genova Buck saying, outside of top tier alliances, do you really need to take the #1 champ up? Namor will be more useful and is still great prestige wise. I agree with that, and I was thinking about that as well. The reason why I ultimately didn't say like oh, unless you're in like a top 10 or something like that, is because everyone brings something different to the alliance table. And even if you're not in like the absolute top, really pushing for the highest ranks of AQ, you know, maybe that's just, you know, one of the things that you bring to the table, and that just feels good as a way to help out your alliance. Let me tell you, from in the perspective of someone who doesn't bring prestige to the table, it feels crappy. I wish I could offer more to my alliance, and that is one of the reasons why I want to go with Fraggle Rock, even though it doesn't seem like it's going to have an impact on our rank necessarily. It still feels like we're probably going to be in the 11 to 20 bracket, regardless of if I go with, you know, Fury or Fraggle Rock or whoever. But I don't know, man. It's just one more thing to bring to the table. It like if I don't know if Lost Wayne, I don't know if you participate in Alliance War competitively or not, and I have no idea how you are as a player. So maybe you're a god of a player, but I'm just gonna use you as an example. So don't take this personally. But let's just imagine for a second that Lost Wayne wasn't a top tier Alliance War player, and maybe dies on average a little bit more than other people in the Alliance. Well, having a higher prestige is a way to make up for that, you know? If you can say like, okay, yeah, you know, we may have lost this war partially due to a death. It's never one person's fault, except for those wars that are literally like zero deaths. But I don't know. It kind of erases that feeling a bit when you could say, oh, yeah, I may have died in war, but you know what, man? I'm carrying more weight prestige-wise than other people, and it all balances out. And that's what the value is there. Lost man, again, man, I'm sorry to use you as an example. Thank you for the inputs, BG. No problem, man. All right, Doug Cowell sending over to as well, saying, BG, first world problem Twitter question, please. Sure. Doug, let me see. All right, with full exploration of Acts 6 and 7 still ahead of me, who gets the next rank 3? Mags versus Metal, Mega Red versus everyone else, Xavier versus Gwen, Master, Colossus, just cool. If you run Suicides and you can get Omega Red to a high Sig level, I think that's it right there. That's the answer. It doesn't look like you run Suicides, though. I could be wrong, but just judging by PI levels, I feel like they would maybe be a bit higher. Although it's hard to tell. Maybe they wouldn't, actually, because this is rank 2. Maybe do run Suicides. Anyway, if you run Suicides, doesn't matter in this picture, you could change your masteries. But if you run Suicides, I would say Omega Red. Nothing else matters, man. The dude is just so OP. So good with Suicides. If you don't run Suicides, however, then that's a really tough call, man. Personally, I would choose between Professor X and Magneto. I wouldn't be thinking about Colossus. Colossus is a beast of a champion, but he's not awakened. He doesn't 100% need to be, but hey, man, it helps, right? And these champions are, and they're also beasts, and yeah. Having the extra attack, the extra rank up on Professor X could give him, you know, additional power back and a power back boost, or just allow you to finish out fights without as much ramp up time and stuff like that. I mean, Magneto, he's already going to crumple people at rank 2, let's face it, but it sure is nice having him at rank 3. But yeah, that's all I could really say is if you're running Suicides, Omega Red. If you're not running Suicides, take your pick. Personal preference between these two is what I would be doing if I were in your shoes. On a personal note, I would go Professor X, but that's also because I'm kind of looking for a prestige champion right now, and his prestige is pretty solid. If I wasn't looking for prestige, I'm not even sure who I'd pick between those two. Superman sending over bucks saying, hey BG, question, what are some ideas you brought to the table while helping to make I-Bomb that are in use right now of the champion? So this is going back a while now. I don't know if I remember everything, but I'm pretty sure I was the one that recommended having like poison just on both characters. So that, like, I think the character, even like before I started pitching ideas, the animation work I guess has to be done so far in advance that it was already planned that there was going to be like an aura on his special 2. And I don't know who originally came up with that, if that was Broccoli or if there's like a team that works on that stuff before a champion is like a designer picks role. I don't know how that works. it was probably Broccoli if I had to guess. But anyway, so there was already like, you know, an aura going to be associated with the special 2. And it was kind of figuring out like, all right, well, how is this aura gonna work? And yeah, man, I'd say that's probably the biggest thing. Like we discussed every little detail about that champion together, trying to figure out like what works, what's cool, what's not cool, what doesn't work, all that stuff. But I'd say the biggest part of it was the idea that just like the entire battlefield is just bathed in poison. I love the idea that like if this guy is such a poisonous creature, he should be stronger when he has poison on him, and then in order to kind of fuel his power at the same time, in order to fuel that aura, he should have to kind of, you know, consume those poisons and essentially like transfer the poisons from himself to the opponent. But to be honest, all the little details, I don't know what was my input, what was Broccoli's. It was just really fun talking about that stuff, to be honest. Like I would tell you if I remembered, but part of the reason I don't remember is because I didn't necessarily care. I just wanted to, you know, it was just fun working on something like that. So I didn't really care, like, if it was my idea or someone else's. I just wanted to help create something that I thought was cool at the end of the day. But yeah, anyway, Ryan Livin sending over one of them Australian bucks. Saying, tweet, please, BG. Sure. Also forgot to say, but I did just recently get Cav. Okay. Yeah, man, congrats on that. Let's see what we got here, though, on the Twitterverse. ABG, just wondering who I should focus on ranking up next, whether that be a 5 or 6 star. Recently did pull a 6-star Strife. Also wondering on what I should focus on next. Variants. Building a better roster for Alliance War and AQ or Variants. Yep, definitely Variants. Sorry for the message. No, it's all good, dude. So if you focus, like, all right. Actually, I sort of take it back. If you're having problems in Alliance Quest right now, top priority. Make sure that you have the champions that you need to help you get through Alliance Quest. Alliance Quest is very expensive, and it'll always have some costs associated to it. You know, we all make mistakes, have to use some items here and there, but the more you can reduce that cost, the better, because those items are very expensive. So worry, like once your Alliance Quest team is in a decent spot, though, then the variants. Your Alliance War, you'll build champions to use in Alliance War just by ranking up champions for the variants. You have some good ones for the variants already. You've got a couple of villains right here that can get you through the villain variant. You could add a third villain if you like Ghost. It looks like you're not running Suicides, judging by the PI of these champions, so don't know how much you're going to enjoy Ghost without Suicides, but I was going to say then you could pair up like Warlock and Ghost for the tech variant. You pretty much just want to like pick a variant that's comfortable to you based on the champs that you have. So yeah, I probably would start with the villain one. Just some other good champions to call out. Sorcerer Supreme is another one that catches my eye. You could use Venom and Sorcerer Supreme together for the the Mystic and Symbiote variant. I see Archangel down here, and I don't know how many variants he's actually good for. I think he might just be good for like the hero variant of the newer variants, at least. So I don't know how quick I'd be to rank him up, but if you did want to focus on the hero variant, because you do have some heroes as well, then he would be good. See, those are probably the bigger standouts to me. I mean, you've got Cap here. That's always a solid rank up. I mean, you have some solid rank ups, but of the ones that are like already higher ranked and that would help you out more immediately, I would say like Symbiote Supreme and AA. I think they kind of jump out to me. Who to use? If you don't like, oh, did I say Symbiote? By the way, if you don't like Sorcerer Supreme, you could go with Symbiote Supreme. I think that's why I confused the two. But yeah, man, you want to focus on the variants. Whoever you're ranking up, that should be your focus. And good luck to you. Static sending over another buck saying, BG, what would you say is a good prestige to get over 13.5k? You could have any combination of the top 77 champs, for instance. This would be 389 points off the max. Yeah. I don't know what I would consider a good prestige to be, because the number is always changing, you know? Right now, there's 3 people in my alliance that have maxed out prestige, and there's a bunch more that are close to it. In the top alliances, they might be like 90% max prestige kind of thing. Like, it might sound like a small difference, 389 points off max, but like the more people that are above, like the number is they're almost irrelevant. You know, it's all relative to one another. So even though 389 points off the max sounds like a small amount, if everyone else is only 100 points off the max, then 300 is terrible, you know? So yeah, it's all relative, man. If you're not pushing for it to be in like a top prestige alliance, then that's great. I'd be stoked to have that prestige number that you called out. But if I aim for that number, then like, you know, like not only am I would it not necessarily be that high today? Is it like hold on, is that what is the average in my alliance again? Let me go look at this. But like as we approach like the next levels, I'll just be even further behind. Let me see here. All right, you said 13.5k. I don't know if you're probably, I mean, it might have just been averaging, or estimating, rounding, whatever. But yeah, right now, I think we would be. Let's see, what does 1,000 prestige give you as an alliance? Like 1,000 divided by 30, 33. Okay, so we would almost be at 13.6. Like if I got to the average of the alliance, then we'd be at like 13.6. But yeah, man, that number is it's just constantly moving. It's very tight, you know? I guess my point is that you will never catch up as a free-to-play player, so wouldn't the better strategy pick one of every class in that group of 77 and rank those characters up? I wouldn't say never. It's happened before. I had good prestige once. I actually had good prestige at one point in time. Is it a better strategy though? I don't know. That's tough to answer. I would say the way the game worked in the past, no, it was better to focus on prestige. I was just thinking, yeah, I didn't hit helps today. In the past, it was better to focus on prestige. With the upcoming solo competitive mode coming up, it might be better to just say, screw prestige. Like, I doubt there's going to be, like, Sig Stones in the solo competitive mode. But let's just say, for example, there was. Then just doing like whatever it takes to try to win there would allow me to rank up other champions, and even if those other champions didn't help my prestige, maybe overall I would have just such a stronger, you know, defense or something like that that I could justify it. I don't know. But yeah, no, I think it's pretty important. Like we're, I can't even show the ranks right now. But for a while there, we were only like 11 points out or something like that. I think it was literally 11 points from being knocked out of the bracket that we were in. So again, it might not sound like much, but if choosing like Fraggle Rock over someone like Fury can keep us in a reward bracket, like, dude, sacrifices have to be made, you know? All right, Shed. Sorry, dude, I know you sent this over a little while ago. Let me see. BG, what kind of streets do ghosts haunt? Dead ends. Okay. Shed, I immediately take back my apology. I should have just never read this message in the first place. Boo, man. Ah, boo, dude. Take a lap. Not to a dead end. It's late at night, dude. As much as I hated the joke, I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. So, just boo. What does Prestige do? Prestige, the simple version of it is that it increases your score in Alliance Quest. And the higher your score is, the better rewards you get. You should not care about prestige in the slightest until you've already beat 99% of the game. Like until you've done like at least one path in the abyss, essentially. I'd say that's like the cutoff for even caring slightly about prestige. Actually, I mean, that's not totally true. That's more of an estimate, because some people will never do the abyss because they just really hate that kind of long form content. But you need to be like in a position where if you wanted to, you could do the abyss. Until you're in that position, then you should not care about prestige. PG just got Stark Spidey from a 5-star Nexus. Is he a good rank up? Also, is 5-star Hitmonkey rank 4 better than a 6-star Unawakened Omega Red? Hold on. Yeah, Stark Spidey's a great rank up. And then 5-star Hitmonkey, rank 4 better than 6-star Unawakened Omega Red. They're just two entirely different champs, man. Their use cases are completely different. There'll be times, you know, if there's like a bleed node or something like that, you would totally still want to use that Omega Red. Bleed or poison or both. In other cases, you probably would end up using that Hitmonkey more so than an Unawakened Omega Red, though. But yeah, Stark Spidey is a great rank up. He doesn't get talked about as much because, honestly, Ghost. Once Ghost came out, Stark Spidey's stock just kind of plummeted. But he's still strong. But yeah. Yeah, you would use that Hitmonkey in more cases than you would that Unawakened Omega Red, probably. But don't, I would say try to look at what each champ, like the unique features that they bring to the table now that you're getting a little bit deeper into the game with, you know, like 6 stars and rank 4 5 stars and stuff like that. So just know that you'll have access to both those champs for when you need them, you know. PG Hercules is number 5 for 6-star rank 3. Did you not see? I did see. Wait, is it at rank 3? I can't remember if it was at rank 3 or if it was at rank 4. No, it is at rank 3. I think he goes higher at rank 4, doesn't he? If we look at the 5-star rank 4. Yeah, he's like 3rd on the list here. 5-star rank 4, I'm sorry, 5-star rank 5, he's actually rank 4. Something I wanted to look at, you just reminded me. America Chavez. Hold on, where is she? 13,690. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's pretty high too. She's the second highest mystic. Both these champs got some prestige. PG, tons of alliances out there. Basically, plat 4 on up want you to care about prestige. It's a little too simple to say don't care about it until you do abyss. Okay, I should explain why I say you shouldn't care about it. Most people will increase their prestige faster by not caring about it. Like if you rank champions to actually clear content, with the additional rewards that you get from that content, your prestige should go higher than if you just focused on prestige. Like maybe right in that moment it wouldn't be if you chose to rank up like Silver Surfer. If you chose to rank up Silver Surfer over Magneto, yeah, in that moment your prestige will be higher for going with Surfer. But that Magneto might have been the ticket that got you through the Grandmaster's Gauntlet, or the Summer of Pain, or Act 7, or whatever, you know? And then you're pulling in these additional rewards that will allow you to ultimately rank up more champions, win wars, pull in additional rewards that way. And then like once you're at a point where you're just not really progressing through a ton of content like that, then yeah, then the best way they're going to increase your rewards and therefore prestige is by actually focusing on prestige. So that's the way I look at it. That's why I say most people should not care about prestige. I mean, Plat 4 level players, they are Abyss capable though, so I feel like that still fits right in line there. Welcome to Prestige Theory with Professor PG. Yeah, there you go, Prestige Theory. But yeah, man, Plat 4, maybe not 100% of players in Plat 4, but a lot of players would be capable of doing the Abyss. I would say the majority of Plat 4 players. So I feel like that's still... I feel like we're both on the same page for the most part there. BG, partway through exploring Abyss. Just have the Luke Cage paths left. He scares me. He is scary. Got She-Hulk as a counter, but not confident. Have all the other horsemen. Better use a spot for She-Hulk or Aegon. If you're not confident, I had a better time with Aegon myself. You get him ramped up for other fights anyway. And I would just recommend going in with Aegon. He is at like right at the start of the Abyss. You just have to get through Darkhawk, so you can take some practice swings at him. If you really want to see, you know, you could literally take like your first 4 champions and use them all against what's his face, against Darkhawk. You know, if you're not comfortable getting like the solo on that guy, just bring in 4 champions to counter that dude, and then just use She-Hulk against Luke Cage, see how it feels. But yeah, I did have a better time going with Aegon myself. Not necessarily disagreeing with you, but it's a double-edged sword to a degree. You make a rank up sacrifice to get in a good spot, and the benefit of being in the alliance gets you rewards to hopefully get the top tier useful champs. Yeah, that's true. I guess maybe it's not a switch that gets flipped necessarily. It's more of like a gradual transition into prestige, I guess. Maybe that would be a better way for me to say it. The pressure is real and exists. Been there. It was particularly brutal back in the day. The head of 3 Loki years ago was obsessed. Which head are you talking about? Are you talking about the head? The fat head? I was always on edge, but the opportunities being there was hard to pass up. If it's not, and if you don't want to say who it is, that's fine too. But I'm curious if it's Fathead, because I remember playing with Fathead, and he was a bit of a spender. So prestige might have been a little bit easier for him to get, and maybe he's obsessed with it because of that. I don't know, actually. I mean, I didn't really talk to Fathead much outside of the times where we're in the same alliance together. So I don't know. I'm just speculating, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't be. Is using other classes ISO for a champ not in said class considered unethical? I wouldn't say unethical, Haley, but just be warned, it's not an effective use of gold. If you ever have gold issues, then you should avoid it pretty much at all costs. Because when you use like the correct type of ISO, you get like a 50% bonus for that ISO at a 0 gold cost. You just get that you just get the, like, you know, you're just gonna have to use fewer number of ISO bricks essentially. And technically the class ISO, it sells for a little bit more than the generic ISO. So you should always try to use the appropriate class ISO, followed by generic, followed by the wrong class type of ISO. That's like the order of like gold efficiency. Let's see if he answers. Wasn't able to join earlier. Zisky. Yo, BG. Had a chicken pot pie for dinner. Your fave pie? M Panda. M Panda. What the heck is that? Banana cream. Hostess fruit pie. Baked bean. Is there a baked bean pie? Apple a la mode. Cherry, pumpkin, none other. I've never really been a big pie guy, but I would say cherry and blueberry. Man, I don't hold back when I eat food. I eat very large bowls of food. And like dessert food, I mean, certain dessert foods, if you consider like a Slurpee, even ice cream, dude, I could eat an entire container of ice cream, no problem. But whenever it came to pie, for whatever reason, I wanted like a taste of it, but I never wanted like a big slice. Most of the times I just passed on pie altogether, but if I did have some pie, it was usually like... It would be like the, you know... it'd be like the person, when you're passing around the plates, they're like, oh, just a little bit for me, I'm on a diet. I was definitely not on a diet. But that's the type of slice I wanted. Speed up, D! Standing over a bar. Trying to catch me in a trap scene. Love you. Speed up, D! Appreciate the love and support as always, dude. One day I am gonna forget, but that day was not today. Not tricked today. Nice try. WTF is an M Panda. Hold on, wait, what? I don't know, dude. I don't know what that word is. Hold on. We're going to Google now. Oh, empanada? You spelled it wrong, dude. That's not on me. You're missing an A. That's not my fault, dude. you typed it out M Panda. Oh, man. All right. Anyway. On that note, guys, it is time to call it a night. Here's my beautiful egg in all its glory. I'm going to head on out of here. But before I go, a quick shout out to Chris Gonzalez for being today's biggest D. I'll be back tomorrow. No day stream tomorrow, but honestly, man, I want to do some more of these. Excuse me. I want to do some more of these challenges soon. The Karina's challenges. So pretty soon. Did you finish the robot objective? Yeah. Around the hour and 5 minute mark or so in the day stream. Christopher Cordova sent it over to saying BG chat. Christopher, I don't see a message. I got no previous message from you, dude. Oh, here we go. BG, after all the poop they've been through, my butt cheeks are still together. Okay. Closing it out on a on a classy note, a high note of a butt cheek joke. Boo, dude. Boo, man. All right, we're gonna end things here, though. Good night, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.